What's going on, people? It's your boy Kelechi back with another video. If this is your first time around these parts, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy anything that we're talking about on this video, hit that like button. Turn that thing, say women now, blue. But anyway, in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be reacting to a Millennial Money episode. If you don't know what Millennial Money is, it's basically a show where they talk about people, millennials, and their money. Basically exactly what the name of the thing is. It's on CNBC Make It, where they just interview different millennials, how they spend their money, how they make their money, all that good stuff. This episode is special to me because the person in the episode, much like myself, is an immigrant. And whenever I see immigrants on shows, I get excited. And there's a couple of things in it that I wanted to point out and I wanted to talk a little bit more about. So let's get right into this thing.
An issue that I struggled with in the past is actually that I felt like I was making too much. I would think like, wow, those people are getting paid a lot. My dad, who's the hardest working man that I know, doesn't get paid that much. My name is Maria Melchor. I'm 25 years old. I make $62,000 per year, and I live in New York City.
First of all, that's it. New York City be so expensive. So my sister lives in New York right now, and every time I go, I'm gonna go see her soon. But every time I go to New York, I'm just like, New York is stupid expensive. Like the last time I visited her, she lived in this little small studio, like smaller than my bedroom. Actually smaller than my bedroom. The bathroom, the kitchen, everything in it. And she was paying like over $2,000 a month on rent. Man, New York be so expensive. And I don't get it. I really don't understand why New York is so expensive. But it's expensive. And personally, I would never live in New York. Unless I get some crazy job that's paying me some crazy amount of money. I am definitely never say never, but right now with my life trajectory, your boy ain't moving to New York for nothing. Nathan.
I help low-income New Yorkers get access to government benefits, housing, and healthcare.
She's a hustler. I need to get on this coaching wave. Like, for real. I need to open up a Patreon or something. Let me know. Would you guys sign up for a Patreon if I opened one up? I know I've gotten a few comments, a few people who've asked me hey, I would like some one-on-one coaching. Usually I just make myself available to whoever needs any monetary help or anything like that, to walking through budgets and all that stuff. But should I start charging for this stuff? I don't know. I'm just saying, should I start charging people for this stuff? You guys let me know.
Hola, Ma, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, aquí cocinando la cena.
I grew up in Veracruz, Mexico, and my family and I moved to Connecticut when I was about 9 years old. My family really came to the US in pursuit of economic opportunity, but given that my dad and my mom were undocumented for a while, even though they were working full-time, several jobs, we were still a low-income household. Being undocumented, I don't remember that so explicitly, but I just do remember, being an immigrant in this predominantly white middle-class town in East.
Man, this is literally my story growing up. Except for a few differences. I came from Nigeria to the United States in 2006. And I can relate so much to what she's saying right now. Well, let's just keep watching. I'll talk about it a little bit more in a minute.
Haven, and just feeling kind of like an outsider.
Yo, I'm gonna just talk about that real quick before we get into the green card stuff. But when you come to the United States and you weren't born in the United States, man, kids are brutal. Kids are brutal. You have to learn super fast how to assimilate to United States culture because, man, kids are horrible. The things that kids said to me when I first came to this country is just on a whole other level. And I also understand the struggle. I remember when we first moved to this country, Like, we were still washing clothes with our hands because things were just tight. Things were hard, man. Like, a lot of people just, anyway, I'm not gonna go into that. We just keep going.
I was crying when I learned that I had been approved for my green card because I would have access to college and I would have access to permanent residency in the US.
Yo, that is, when we got our green cards, that was like a celebration day. When we got that green card, a lot of stuff opened up. What people don't understand about being an immigrant in the United States, for some reason, people just believe like, oh, you just use the tax dollars of an American paying citizen. First of all, do you know how much money? Like, first of all, we actually pay our taxes. Just so y'all know, immigrants actually pay taxes. And we don't get access to any of the benefits. We really don't. We don't get access to any of the benefits that regular American citizens get, even though we're paying taxes. So it gets me so heated whenever I hear people open their mouths and say words like, oh, look at them, they're using all our services and they don't pay any taxes. Man, shut up. You don't understand the system at all. You really don't. We actually pay our fair share, if not more, actually more in taxes because we're internationals. And then on top of everything, when you go to school, you can't get in-state. Even though you've been living in that place for like 5 years, you can't get in-state tuition. So you're paying like 10 times the cost of school. When you want to get any kind of benefit, you really cannot get benefits. To get a job is so much harder. Ask anybody that wants to get a job and you're going through the process of an H-1B visa. It is extremely difficult, extremely hard. Anyway, I'm gonna just stop there. We'll keep going.
And at the time, that's all I'd really known is living in the US, and I really couldn't picture myself going back to Mexico. When it comes to budgeting nowadays, I don't do tracking
Let's take a look
every
at
month
this.
anymore. I am a big proponent of that, especially if you're new to budgeting. Now, to simplify my finances,
let's pause real quick. Let's see. So she's paying almost $1,100 for rent. Discrepancy of $775. That is donations, pet, shopping. Cool. Savings account, $640. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else. Her share split with partner. What's that for? That is for food. Wow, they spend a lot of money on food. It was $500, like $1,000 on food. That's interesting. Phone, not expensive. Uber, not that bad. Subscription, iCloud and Spotify, not that bad. She's probably using that student discount on that Spotify account. By the way, if you can still get that student discount, get that thing. I still pay $5 a month for my Spotify. And then renter's insurance, $3. That's not bad at all. Actually, her budget is not that bad. $3,500 a month. That's not bad. Her budget is not bad at all. Like she said in her thing when she said that she doesn't track it monthly anymore. I don't either. Once you get used to it, you don't even have to track your budget anymore. You're just like, I know where this is going. I know exactly what I need to do. And you just kind of go from there.
I get my paycheck and I actually have auto transfer set up.
Ooh, she said my favorite word. She talked about doing automatic transfers. That's literally what I do. Actually, I don't even do automatic transfers anymore. So at my place of work, you can have up to 10 accounts set up. For most companies, you can have up to 10 accounts set up to where it just does automatic direct deposits. That's what I do. So most of the time, I don't even see a lot of my paycheck. I only see the amount of my paycheck that I need to pay bills with. Everything else, I don't even see it. So she said the thing that I love to hear when it comes to handling your finances, because the fact is when we automate the process, we tend to save more money. That's just the way it works. Let's keep going. Oh, look at that. It looks so cute. Look at the marriage.
My partner and I split expenses evenly right now. Our biggest shared expenses are rent and groceries. My partner actually makes a pretty similar income as me. He's a graduate student and he supplements his income with tutoring.
And these couples love to hustle.
The rent for this apartment includes all utilities, so Wi-Fi, gas, heat, hot water, everything. My partner loves to cook, and I treat ourselves with really good ingredients and then also get takeout when we want. I knew my parents were poor. I knew that they couldn't help me with school. So I went with Yale because it was one of the schools that offered need-based financial aid. They paid for all of my tuition and my room and board. I still took out a federal student loan to help me pay for some personal school matters, such as like my laptop and some school supplies.
Dog, you can see, let's rewind real quick for a second. We can literally see how old that calculator is. That's how where's my calculator? You see this calculator right here? I've had this thing for years and I still use it. My other calculator is man, she knows what she's doing. She handling things the right way. And she went to Yale. She was able to get that beautiful grant money. Dog, she doing it the right way.
As soon as I could after getting my first job. I was very excited to study at Yale. I went in and I would just see people wearing very fancy clothes and I would hear like, oh, like that person's jacket is like $1,000. I'm like, wow, there are $1,000 jackets and you leave.
First of all, $1,000 for a jacket? Damn. Man, we gotta be successful. This is like the 5th time I'm saying, we gotta be successful.
Like on the couch at a party, like what, $1,000 on the couch?
FirstGenLiving.
I just wanted to hop on here and talk about what the differences are between a 401k, a 403b. I know it can be very confusing. I started FirstGenLiving to be able to create a space where I could talk about money and invite other people like me who are first-generation immigrants, first-generation college graduates to begin unpacking their history with money and get the resources to design healthy financial plans that will make them more comfortable with their money. I also offer personal finance coaching so that if people do want to meet with me one-on-one and talk through their numbers, I can be that resource for them. Have you heard about an emergency fund before?
I've definitely heard about it. I would like to have one, so I'm excited for you to teach me about it.
She's doing the thing, like the way this is so beautiful. I love listening to people who do their full-time thing, but then they figure out a way to make a hustle out of side income. So this is dope.
That's been super rewarding. And of course, it's great that I can have that extra income coming in that helps me kind of loosen up my budget. I really feel like I got interested in personal finance out of need. I saw my first post-grad paycheck and I just had a lot of questions about how to make the most out of it and how to...
When you get that first paycheck and Uncle Sam takes like half and you're like, hold up. This ain't what I calculated in my head. I know I've been working I worked 20 hours this week. My pay is $16 an hour. I work 20 hours. This don't add up. This ain't it. There's something missing. Like some dollars, it ain't here. Like there's something missing. Like this don't add up. Like where's the rest of my money? Where the rest of my money? Like can you finesse and give me my money? Cause something is not adding up. This is a problem right here. Oh man, the first time you get that paycheck is just like, my God, what?
Align that money that I would have coming in with my values and my goals.
First of all, saving $1,100 a month on $3,500 of income. Bravo. Like you're doing it big, dog. You're doing it big.
About half of that is going toward my Roth IRA for retirement. The other half is going to various money goals. I'm saving for laptop and new camera. I'm also...
She ain't the only one saving for a laptop, so when I open this Patreon, I'm gonna need y'all to sign up for this thing. Because we're using this laptop that I got since 2014. I mean, it's still doing a pretty good job. You just gotta, I changed the SSD on it. I'm about to change the battery on this bad boy. We're gonna keep rocking it. But we gotta upgrade a little bit every once in a while. This is a microphone I've had since 2014. So, you know, we need to be upgrading up in the streets. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So saving for a puppy who is coming at the end of this month. I also, of course, have an emergency fund. I'm also saving for a wedding fund. There's no date or anything, but just in case when I do get married, I'm actually putting that into a brokerage account.
Wow.
I love the idea of compound interest working in your favor. I know that to meet my annual goals, I have to set aside about $500 to my high yield saving account. I know that if I want to max out my Roth IRA, I have to send about $500 per month to my Roth IRA.
What she said, that's one of the things. When you make a plan, it makes life so much easier. When you say, this is the money goal that I have for trying to get a new laptop. This is the money goal that I have for a new microphone. This is the money goal that I have so I can travel. This is the money goal. Like, once you have a plan and you have that plan, it's a lot easier to start making things happen. Like, oh, I want to max out my Roth IRA. I know that I have to save $500 every single month. You can figure out what can I cut out to be able to ensure that I save that money every single month. And we'll talk about it in a minute.
I started trying to save for adjusting to citizenship. It's pretty hefty, like thousands of dollars to adjust. But I actually found out recently that through my union at my current job, they actually at no cost help you apply for your citizenship. That is going to be free, which is amazing.
Duh. Let me get off on another rant. I don't think people really understand how much it costs to become a citizen of the United States of America. Because what she didn't mention during this whole process, if you're a documented immigrant, oh my God. Do you know how expensive that thing is? You have to keep, while you're still waiting for them. First of all, the whole green card application thing is so weird. It's more of a lottery system than it is an actual system where you apply for the opportunity to get it. That's a whole other discussion. But during the whole process, when you keep applying for that lottery system, you have to pay. And for my family, that was upwards of like $5,000, $5,000 to $6,000. And then on top of it, when you do apply for your citizenship, that's another like $5,000 to $10,000. You got to be paying for that stuff. So it's not cheap.
The discrimination that I faced as an immigrant in my town, as an undocumented person, that inspired my interest in the law. I feel more ready now than I did right after college. I feel so grateful for the hard work of my parents. Seeing them make the sacrifices that they did for me makes me feel like I want to give back to them and work hard as well. I wanted to show people like me, first-generation immigrants, first-generation college graduates, that managing your finances can be pretty simple, and in fact, it can be pretty liberating as well.
This is a great episode, and I loved it, and I had to react to it because I loved it. So therefore, this is my reaction to it. She's doing amazing. Don't be surprised the day that you start seeing her as a lawyer on TV and all this stuff because she's got the connections. She's just choosing this path for the time being. She's gonna do great. She went to Yale. She's got the connections. She's gonna be fine. But on a bigger topic, I love what she talks about. The discrimination, all of that stuff is real. As much as people that may not want to think about it, it's very much real. Also, another thing that I'm going to talk about, if you're an immigrant, you understand what she's saying about seeing your parents work hard, seeing your parents suffer, seeing your parents do all kinds of stuff to ensure that you get to where you want to be. If you ever see Nigerians or all of these other kind of people from other countries doing well and you wonder why, it's because we suffered. Suffering sometimes can push us to bigger things. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share on this video. I really enjoyed this episode of Millennial Money. And I don't know, let me know. Should I stop ranting? Because I ranted a lot. Because this thing just got me so hyped up when I was like, yeah, I'm going to react to this. And, anyway. But anyway, I'm going to catch you all later. Remember, generosity is always greater than greed. God bless each and every single one of y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.